Hello. As a physician who has dedicated my career to helping people age with vitality, I need you to understand something critical. The most potent tools for protecting your aging brain and vision are probably not in some fancy supplement bottle. They're likely already in your kitchen cabinet. I'm talking about simple seeds. Nothing expensive, nothing complicated, but they possess the power to safeguard your memory and sharpen your sight, all while you're asleep. Let me ask you this directly. Have you started to notice a subtle shift in your cognitive function? Do you ever wake up feeling like your mind is not as sharp as it once was? Are you frequently misplacing your keys or struggling to find the right word in a conversation? Perhaps you've noticed that your eyes feel unusually dry or strained, or that driving at night has become a stressful experience you'd rather avoid. These aren't just normal signs of aging. This is your brain and your eyes sending a clear signal that they are starved for essential nutrients they've been missing for years. The truth is, most people over 60 are critically deficient in the very nutrients that are vital for maintaining mental clarity, sharp focus, and clear vision, especially during this night when your body naturally shifts into a state of repair and regeneration. While we sleep, our entire nervous and visual systems undergo a crucial self-repair process. However, without the necessary building blocks, this vital nighttime reset begins to fail. Day by day, this leads to a slow, incremental decline, leaving you feeling a little foggier and seeing a little dimmer. I have witnessed this gradual decline in so many of my patients. I've seen people who once loved to read now struggle because the letters appear to blur together. I've watched formerly quick-witted conversationalists now pause mid-sentence, unable to find the words they're searching for. Some have even stopped driving or participating in social activities, not because they wanted to, but because they were afraid of feeling confused or losing their vision when it mattered most. But there's a part of this that gives me great hope, and I hope it does for you as well. Your body is incredibly receptive to the right nutrients, even at a later stage of life. And this is exactly where these 4 specific seeds come into play. Each one of them is packed with brain-enhancing fats, eye-protective antioxidants, and crucial minerals like magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. When consumed correctly, particularly before bed, they quietly get to work as you rest, nourishing your nervous system, calming inflammation, and helping you wake up feeling sharper, more stable, and with a greater sense of clarity. So in this video, we're going to dive into each of these seeds, exploring how they work, the best ways to incorporate them, and why they're one of the most well-kept secrets for seniors who are determined to protect their independence. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. If you are serious about preserving your brain, your vision, and your mental sharpness for many years to come, please feel free to subscribe. I am here to support you on this journey. Let's begin with flax seeds. These tiny brown or golden seeds are often underestimated, yet they contain one of the most critical nutrients for the aging brain and eyes: alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. ALA is a plant-based form of omega-3 fatty acids, which are fundamental for maintaining the structural integrity and function of both your brain and your retina. In fact, your retina is the most metabolically active tissue in your body. It demands a constant supply of nourishment, especially from omega-3s, and your brain. Over 60% of it is composed of fat, and a significant portion of that fat is omega-3 based. But here's the key challenge. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at converting ALA into DHA and EPA, which are the active forms of omega-3 that directly support brain function and retinal health. This means we need a steady, consistent supply, particularly from foods like flax seeds, to even begin to make up for this deficit. So how exactly does ALA provide support? Let's examine this more closely. First, for your eyes, ALA helps reduce oxidative stress and inflammation within the retina, 2 of the primary culprits behind age-related macular degeneration and blurry night vision. It also enhances blood flow to the optic nerve, ensuring your visual system receives an adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients while you sleep. A study published in the Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science Journal found that a higher intake of omega-3 fatty acids was associated with a slower progression of retinal degeneration, especially in older adults with early-stage changes. Second, for your brain, ALA provides nourishment for the neuronal membranes. Think of these as the protective swen around your brain cells. These membranes must remain soft and flexible to allow for proper communication between neurons. When they become rigid from inflammation or a poor diet, signal transmission slows down, leading to that feeling of brain fog, delayed recall, and even changes in your mood. A 2021 review in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience observed that consistent omega-3 intake was linked to improvements in working memory, a reduction in brain inflammation markers, and a slower rate of cognitive decline in seniors. What's even more promising is that these benefits were seen not only in individuals with dementia, but also in healthy aging adults who were simply trying to stay sharp. Now, how much do you truly need to see these effects? Just 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds daily, ideally consumed before bed, can provide a therapeutic dose of ALA. However, remember this crucial detail. Whole flax seeds often pass through your digestive system undigested. They must be freshly ground to ensure your body can absorb their nutrients. You can easily stir them into yogurt, sprinkle them over oatmeal, or blend them into your nightly smoothie. One of my patients, a 71-year-old woman named Elaine, started adding ground flax seeds to her evening snack. Within just a few weeks, she told me she was seeing more clearly at dusk and that her mind felt more alert in the morning. A simple habit created a tangible difference. If flax seeds are celebrated for their fatty acid power, then chia seeds are truly nature's hydration champions. And when it comes to safeguarding the aging brain and eyes, hydration is absolutely everything. Let me explain why. As we get older, our bodies tend to lose water more quickly, and our cells become less efficient at retaining moisture. This doesn't just impact your skin or joints. It directly affects your brain's ability to transmit signals and your eye's ability to stay lubricated and protected. Chia seeds can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, creating a gel-like consistency that slowly releases hydration throughout the night. When consumed before bed, they function like a natural time-release water capsule, keeping your cells nourished while you sleep. Now, why is this so important for your eyes? Dry eyes are one of the most frequent complaints I hear from my older patients, particularly at night. The surface of your eye, the cornea, does not have its own blood supply. It relies heavily on surrounding fluids to maintain its clarity and prevent damage. When your hydration levels drop, so does that protection, which can lead to irritation, blurry vision, and an increased risk of degeneration. Chia seeds are also rich in antioxidants like quercetin and caffeic acid, which work alongside this hydration to reduce inflammation on the ocular surface. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin plant compounds that have been shown to help filter out harmful blue light and shield the retina from oxidative stress. And for your brain, even mild dehydration can cause brain tissue to shrink and disrupt the delicate balance of neurotransmitters. That foggy sensation you might feel in the morning is often a direct result of dehydrated neurons struggling to function without sufficient fluid or electrolytes. But chia seeds do more than just carry water. They are also packed with magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins, all of which support neurotransmission, memory formation, and mood stability. One randomized trial published in the Journal of Food Science and Nutrition found that adults over 60 who consumed chia seeds daily experienced better hydration scores, reported fewer complaints of dry eye, and said their thinking felt clearer after just 30 days. I vividly remember Henry, a 68-year-old retired math teacher who used to wake up with burning eyes and felt like his brain was stuck in first gear until noon. We simply added a chia pudding to his evening routine, a simple recipe that was just soaked overnight. Within 2 weeks, he told me he could read the newspaper without needing eye drops. And he felt more mentally alert even before his morning coffee. That is the profound impact of consistent hydration, not just during the day, but throughout the night. when the body is in its most active repair phase. Among all the seeds we're discussing today, pumpkin seeds may be the most underestimated. They are small and easy to snack on, yet they are brimming with two nutrients that your eyes and brain absolutely cannot function without: zinc and magnesium. Let's discuss zinc first. Your retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye, contains one of the highest concentrations of zinc in your entire body. Why? Because zinc is crucial for helping vitamin A create melanin, the pigment that protects your eyes from light damage. It also plays a key role in supporting night vision and helping to prevent macular degeneration. A major government-backed trial called AREDS, the Age-Related Eye Disease Study, demonstrated that zinc, when combined with antioxidants, helped to slow the progression of age-related vision loss in adults over 55. In simple terms, if you're losing clarity in low-light conditions, struggling with glare from headlights, or having difficulty focusing at dusk, a zinc-rich food like pumpkin seeds may be precisely what your eyes require. But the benefits for your brain are just as critical. Zinc is deeply involved in supporting neuroplasticity, which is your brain's incredible ability to form new connections and repair itself. It also helps regulate BDNF, a key growth factor that enhances memory focus and learning. Low zinc levels are frequently associated with mental fatigue, mood swings, and a slowdown in recall. These are all silent signs that many of my older patients quietly live with every day. Then we have magnesium, a mineral that works in powerful synergy with zinc but has its own unique effects. Magnesium functions as a natural relaxant for both muscles and blood vessels. When your body is deficient in magnesium, blood flow to your brain and eyes may be restricted, contributing to brain fog, visual strain, and even difficulty sleeping. Several studies, including a 2018 review in the journal Nutrients, have shown that magnesium plays a role in cognitive longevity, helping to support memory retention and improve processing speed in seniors. Pumpkin seeds deliver generous amounts of both. Just 1 ounce provides nearly 20% of your daily zinc and over 35% of your magnesium, and they are incredibly easy to use. You can simply sprinkle them over a salad, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat a small handful after dinner. No complex preparation, no cleanup, just pure, straightforward nutrition. I had a patient named Paul, a 66-year-old man who had recently retired. He was struggling with poor night vision and had begun to avoid conversations because he kept forgetting names. We didn't do anything drastic. He simply started eating about 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds each night. His words came more quickly, and night driving no longer felt so overwhelming. That is the kind of subtle yet life-changing shift that doesn't make headlines, but truly transforms people's lives. Pumpkin seeds do more than just make you feel full. They restore the vital minerals your nervous system needs most, and they do it gently while you rest. Now let's talk about sunflower seeds, a crunchy snack that many people enjoy without realizing they are providing a potent dose of one of the most powerful brain and eye protectors known to nutrition: vitamin E. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant, which means it is particularly effective at protecting the most vulnerable tissues in your body, the ones that are rich in fat, like your brain and your retina. Let's start with your eyes. The retina is a highly delicate structure that processes light and converts it into signals for the brain. But it is also extremely susceptible to oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by free radicals from UV light pollution, or just the everyday metabolic processes in your body. Vitamin E works by neutralizing these free radicals, helping to protect retinal cells from degeneration over time. Several studies, including a large-scale observational study published in Archives of Ophthalmology, found that people with a higher dietary intake of vitamin E had a significantly lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, which is a leading cause of vision loss after 60. But what most people fail to realize is that this same type of oxidative damage is happening inside your brain. Your neurons, your brain cells, have fragile outer membranes that are composed mostly of fat. These membranes are the sites of all brain communication. Where thoughts are processed, memories are formed, and learning occurs. And just like the retina, they are incredibly vulnerable to oxidative damage. When your vitamin E levels are low, these membranes become unstable. Communication between neurons slows down. Memory falters, and you may feel mentally sluggish or find it harder to process new information. Vitamin E helps to stabilize and protect neuronal membranes, allowing signals to travel faster and more accurately. In a 2020 study from Nutrients, researchers concluded that a higher intake of vitamin E in older adults was associated with better verbal memory, a slower rate of cognitive decline, and improved executive function, which includes your ability to focus, reason, and organize your thoughts. And here's what's so incredible about it. Just a quarter cup of sunflower seeds provides over 75% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin E. That's a powerful dose without needing a single pill or supplement. They also come with added benefits like selenium folate and healthy fats, all of which support overall brain function and eye health. One of my patients, Martha, started eating a small bowl of sunflower seeds in the evening, either plain or mixed with yogurt. Within a few weeks, she told me that reading felt easier again, and she was back to finishing her morning crossword puzzle without the frustration she'd been experiencing. Sunflower seeds may look simple, but inside every single seed is a potent dose of protection for your vision, your focus, and your sense of mental clarity. By now, you've learned how 4 tiny seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds, can effectively nourish your brain and protect your eyes, all while you're asleep. But none of this is going to matter if the process doesn't feel simple enough for you to actually do it. And that is the part I want to make absolutely clear. This does not have to be complicated. You don't need a blender, you don't need to cook anything, and you don't need to measure anything with a food scale. You just need a few minutes and a little bit of consistency. Here is how you can transform these seeds into a gentle, nightly ritual. Step 1. Choose a total of 1 to 2 tablespoons of any of the seeds we've discussed. You can either rotate them nightly or combine them all into a small mix, whatever feels easiest and most enjoyable for you. Step 2. Prepare them in a way you will actually look forward to. Some people prefer to sprinkle ground flax or chia seeds into plain yogurt. Others prefer to make a simple overnight seed pudding by soaking chia or flax seeds in milk, or a non-dairy alternative for 4 to 6 hours. For pumpkin and sunflower seeds, you can lightly roast them or eat them raw, but please ensure they are unsalted. Step 3. Enjoy them about 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. This gives your body sufficient time to begin the digestion and absorption process before you enter sleep mode, which is when the real repair and regeneration begin. And if you're concerned about digestion or sleep disturbance, please don't be. These seeds are naturally gentle. In fact, both chia and flax contain soluble fiber that supports gut health, which can actually improve your sleep quality. And if you happen to forget a night, that's perfectly okay. This is about establishing a sustainable habit, not chasing perfection. It's about showing up for your brain and your eyes a little bit each evening. Over time, those small, consistent efforts will add up to something truly powerful. You might not notice a dramatic change overnight, but give it 2 or 3 weeks. You may discover that you're waking up with less brain fog. Your vision might feel a little crisper. Your thoughts might flow a little faster. These changes are subtle, but they are absolutely real. I have seen it happen again and again. When people make this simple habit a consistent part of their evening routine, it transforms into something they genuinely look forward to, a moment of quiet calm, a powerful act of self-care, and a way of telling your body, "I've got your back." And honestly, that mindset, that is half the healing process right there. If there is one thing I have learned in over 30 years of medical practice, it's this. You are never too old to reclaim the parts of yourself you thought were slipping away. Clear vision, a steady memory, the ability to read with ease, to recognize faces, to remember important details, and to think with clarity. These are not just youthful luxuries. They are fundamental parts of what makes you feel like you. And they deserve to be nourished, protected, and valued, no matter what age you are. The seeds we've talked about today are simple. They aren't flashy, they aren't expensive, but they are effective. And they work quietly in the background, night after night, helping your nervous system heal in the most natural way possible. All it takes is one small, intentional change, one spoonful of seeds, one moment of intention. And in just a few weeks from now, you may be genuinely surprised at how different you feel in the morning. Not perfect, but clearer and more yourself again. You don't need to chase miracle cures. You just need to support your body in doing what it already wants to do: repair, restore, and protect you. If you've watched all the way to the end of this video, I truly thank you. That tells me that you deeply care about your health, your future, and the quality of your life. If this message resonated with you, if you learned something new, or if you plan to try this seed ritual, I would genuinely love to hear from you. Please leave a comment, share your experience, or ask any questions you have below. And if you haven't already, please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing to this channel. It helps us reach more people just like you, people who deserve to age with clarity, comfort, and confidence. From my heart to yours, you've got this. Now go and nourish that incredible brain and those beautiful eyes, one seed at a time.